Hey YouTube, this is the Robinhood investor. This is an overview of my Robinhood portfolio. I currently have 131,000 in my portfolio. In terms of performance, today was up 0.63%. Past week, it's been up 1.15%. Past year, it's been up 17.17%. And as you can see, since the end of January, it's been pretty volatile. But I didn't sell any of my positions. I continue to add and purchase stocks. Moving down a bit, I have access to buy and sell Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. I currently have one Ethereum in my Robinhood portfolio, and I have more in my GDAX account. This is a more speculative play. It doesn't generate any revenue like stocks do, so it doesn't give any dividends. And price is based on what the next person's willing to pay, so it's essentially kind of like a commodity, but I have it in my portfolio because I think it's going to do well in the long term. That's not to guarantee that it's not going to be, it's still going to be volatile, but I think it's going to be doing well in the long term. Scroll down a little bit. Moving on to stocks, this is the Vanguard S&P 500. It's one of my larger holdings. Next one is Vanguard Tech. Also one of my larger holdings, Schwab large cap, Spider, Schwab ETF, Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. Bots. This is a artificial intelligence and robotics ETF. I have more in my other account. All right, moving on to specific stocks. Apple, I've been adding more to Apple. I think it's going to continue to do well in the long run. Good dividend play. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, their company Berkshire Hathaway purchased a lot of Apple shares. And in terms of, there's also been a stock buyback, so I think it's going to continue to rise in terms of the stock price. Next is Alibaba. This is essentially like the Amazon of China. It's e-commerce, and they're also providing cloud solutions. I think it's going to continue to do well in terms of that industry. Next is Boeing. I've been adding more to Boeing. Microsoft. It's been doing well the past year. Continue to do well in terms of cloud as well as business solutions, as well as the consumer business solutions like office products and Windows. Amazon, I've been adding more Amazon as well. I think they've been doing really well ever since the Whole Foods acquisition. They're continuing to add more services to their Prime holders, and also they're increasing the annual price of Amazon Prime, so from $99 to $120. So that is going to increase the revenue, and they can funnel that into their growth as well. Next is Nvidia. I think it's going to continue to do well in terms of their GPUs, as well as they're increasing their market share in terms of data centers, as well as the autonomous driving, so cars. If you look at their page, they have a lot of partnerships with different car manufacturers, so I think it's going to be a solid play. Visa, payment processing, United Health, they're doing really well with their healthcare coverage, as well as the healthcare services they provide. Google, they dominate the online advertisement space in conjunction with Facebook, but I like Google more just because they're more diversified in terms of the products. Baozun, I made a video highlighting this stock. It's been doing well for me recently. They also have a partnership with Alibaba, as well as SoftBank. So I think they're going to continue to do well with in the Chinese markets. PayPal, they're doing really well with their Braintree product, as well as Venmo. So still a long hold in this one. Activision. Next couple stocks are my value stocks. So Home Depot, Home Improvement, Berkshire Hathaway. That's Warren Buffett's company. McDonald's, they have I like what they're doing with, they're continuing to innovate with individual locations, as well as in terms of how they're reaching out to customers with mobile applications. I like how they're innovating in that space, as well as using mobile application to deliver their food. So I like how they're structuring that and reaching out to customers that way. Johnson & Johnson, that's a good dividend play. Same with 3M, AT&T, Procter & Gamble. TSMC, they provide semiconductor components to Apple, as well as other companies. Apple's one of their large customers. NetEase, these next to NetEase and Constellation Brands, they're a little more speculative. NetEase is they provide gaming. They provide games to the Chinese market. They do a lot of partnerships with some brands within the U.S. market. Constellation Brands, they provide beverages and alcohol products to consumers. They also made a large investment in I forget which company, but it's also, I think it's a good marijuana hold. Ford. Next couple ones are sector-specific ETFs, so Vanguard Industrial, Vanguard Healthcare, Vanguard Consumer Discretionary, Vanguard Consumer Staples, iShares S&P 500, Vanguard Mega Cap ETF, Mega Cap Growth, Mega Cap Value, Total Stock Market. Next couple ones are dividend plays, and VTV is a value ETF, and MVV is a large cap ETF. So that's all for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about investing, subscribe to this channel. Also, I have an Instagram account where I post about stocks and market news. So check that out and give it a follow. It's Robinhood Investor. That's all for this video, and see you in the next one. Thank you.